Jay Kim, she is from Common Law. Common Law believes that legal education and legal assistance can provide in a way that transforms individual experiences in the legal system into opportunities to build community power. Again, knowledge is power. Organization Jackson, please, round of applause for that. Get the information that you need so that when you are faced with the situation of either being evicted or being harassed by a landlord, you can fight back. So, without further ado, Ms. Kim.
Good morning. So again, my name is Jay Kim. I'm a foreclosure defense attorney at Common Law, and my job this morning is to talk about foreclosures. Foreclosure is an issue that affects all of us in this room, and let me tell you why. When a homeowner loses his or her house to foreclosure, not only is a homeowner displaced, but their tenants are displaced, and a lot of times they don't have anywhere to go except to enter an already overcrowded and incompetent shelter system. So this is an overarching housing issue, and it's my privilege to be up here with such dynamic panelists today to talk about this. So what does foreclosure mean? In New York State, foreclosure means that you're getting sued by the bank. In other states, if you fall behind on your payments, they put a notice in the newspaper, they sell your house within 3 months. That is not the case here in New York. In New York, all foreclosure actions have to go through the court system, which means that the average foreclosure process in New York State takes 3 to 4 years, which is a long time. Next slide, please. So some things to keep in mind if you're a homeowner who's facing foreclosure, if you know somebody who's facing foreclosure, it's a very long process, like I said, 3 to 4 years. During that entire process, the homeowner remains the legal owner of that house. What that means is that the homeowner has every right to sell it, and the homeowner has every right to try to work out some sort of foreclosure prevention option with the lender. A couple other things to keep in mind. In New York, for some reason, the arrears keep growing. So in other states, if you owe the bank $200,000 and you fall behind, the bank can sue you for $200,000. In New York, the amount of money that you owe gets bigger and bigger as the foreclosure case goes on. So we've seen homeowners who used to owe $250,000 now owing $550,000 because they've been in court for 3 to 4 years. Also, if you know any homeowners, if you're a homeowner yourself, and you've received any documents from court, you should seek help right away. It's not enough to just talk with your lender or your bank to try to work out a foreclosure prevention option. You also have to keep one eye on the litigation case. As we know, these banks are often a mess. And so when you talk to the bank, you're also talking to the loss mitigation department. But the foreclosure action comes from the legal department, and those two departments do not talk to each other. So these banks are often giving homeowners wrong information. And we know that the wrong information can have real consequences for homeowners. So it's very important that homeowners get safe help. When a foreclosure action starts in New York City, that information is public. And once that information becomes public, you have essentially vultures out there who are going to court, finding out who's in foreclosure and trying to scam homeowners. And so I think one week we asked homeowners to send us their scam documents. We had, I think, 30 or 40 scam documents that were sent to us in a week because they're getting inundated. This information is public, so these scam companies will target homeowners. So please be careful. We urge homeowners not to trust any companies that guarantee results. There's no guarantee out there. There just isn't. You have to fight for it. There are lots of nonprofit organizations like Common Law, like Neighborhood Housing Services, that will help you for free or for low cost. And if you have any doubts, please just call 311 and ask for foreclosure prevention assistance. So Common Law has a weekly legal clinic for homeowners facing foreclosure. And what we like to say And that means 90% of the time, the bank won the case without a fight. That